Singapore's citizen population has declined for the first time on record. It's also the first time that both its citizen and resident populations have fallen since their numbers were first noted in 1970. Singapore's annual population brief shows the number of citizens dipping to 3.5 million. It attributes this to more citizens and permanent residents staying overseas as COVID-19 restrictions continue to limit travel. The permanent resident population suffered its largest fall since 1991, dropping over 6%. As of June this year, Singapore's total population stands at 5.5 million. That's a 4% decline from a year ago, and its sharpest fall since 1950. Non-residents, shown here in green, fell about 11%. This is due to declines in employment for the construction, marine shipyard and process sectors. The median age of citizens has also increased. It's now 42 and a half, reflecting Singapore's aging society. The number of those aged 80 and above has almost doubled in the past 10 years, and by 2030, almost 1 in 4 Singaporeans will be over the age of 65.
The government has spent significantly on healthcare and mitigating the impact of an aging populations for the past, many decades. And seriously, the expenditure on healthcare is the biggest and fastest growing component in the overall fiscal positions. And it has risen so much in recent years, especially as we continue to strengthen the overall the social safety net and to basically prepare Singapore for a further aging of the populations.
The number of citizen marriages fell for the third consecutive year to nearly 20,000, seen here in blue. Now that's the lowest since 2010. The sharp decline was partly driven by COVID-19 restrictions on social gatherings, which also impacted wedding solemnizations and receptions. The pandemic also affected parenthood decisions. Fewer babies were born to Singaporeans. That's down 3% to about 31,000. This declining trend reflects the uncertainty and health concerns brought about by the pandemic. It brought the total fertility rate to a new historic low of just 1.1. It's half the replacement rate of 2.1 needed for Singapore to maintain its population level. Analysts warn that Singapore's birth rate is likely to continue falling, especially as the effects of the pandemic could last for a few years.
It is difficult, right, for young adults this period, not just the uncertainty of employment, but also, being able to live a normal life, right, where you go out with friends, socialize, expand your social networks, and hopefully, find somebody, you go to a movie with and so forth. So there's been scaled back of, that kind of socializing, right? It will have an impact on, I think, quality courtship. And of course, courtship is a precursor to marriage.